Are you thinking about building a patio? Building a patio takes a lot of effort and a lot of knowledge. If you don't build it correctly, you're going to cost yourself thousands of dollars. So I'm going to show you 5 common mistakes that I find on bad patio installs. So number 5, bad design. So what we're looking for here is a good composition. You have to look at how the backyard flows, and you want to make sure that you understand all the aspects of what's going to be involved once this patio gets installed. So a couple key features to bad design isn't just the composition of the yard and the house design. It also zooms back into how the pavers are laid. So you want to make sure that you don't have lines over 4 or 5 foot. You want to make sure that you're not taking from one pallet and putting that all down and then taking from another pallet and it was a different color just slightly, but you can notice that in the design layout. So it needs to be mixed up. Even when the design is random, there are some composition rules. So we got to keep that in mind when we're designing your backyard. If it's a smaller backyard, we want to make it feel a lot more open, a lot bigger. You don't want to cram everything into a small area because then they start feeling like there's no room back there. So number 4, edge restraints. Improperly installed or plastic edge restraints, I don't really like them. It's a flexible system, but they have to be installed properly for them to actually work. The earth moves, and with that, the patio flexes and opens up. Your pavers will start to migrate. They'll start to open up. And with that happening, obviously the edge of your patio is going to fall off. Water is going to get in there. You're going to cause sink spots. You're going to cause grass to grow into your joints. Your patio is not going to look as good. So proper edge restraints is very important in the whole process of completing proper patio. So problem number 3 is sink spots. So a lot of the times subcontractors don't compact properly underneath the base. You got the subgrade. We just excavate all this dirt out of there. Now it's very soft, and you want to make sure that you get that subgrade nice and tight, compacted together. All patios normally do the most shifting in the first year of being installed, just because that movement, that placement, it's all fresh and new. So at Black Rhino, what we do here is we excavate down 7.5 inches, compact that subgrade, put down the geotextile fabric, and that helps with rock mitigation and movement. Then we install 4 inches of Class 6 road base and 1 inch of 3/8 inch chips for the pavers to sit on. Now, a lot of times back in the day, they would use 1 inch of sand, and sand tends to be taken away with water, also causing sink spots. So going to the 3/8 inch chips definitely helps out and avoids sink spots. Problem number 2 is bad adhesive. So bad adhesive is a huge problem because you can apply the adhesive and the block not stick. Now that being said, most of the time when we're using adhesive, it's on a bullnose or on a step or on a wall. So things that need to stay in place. So if they're not properly installed, there's problems that are going to arise, or even injuries, especially if you're using it on a step and that block doesn't stay in place, you could break your ankle. So one of the key factors with Black Rhino is we need to prep that surface and use the right adhesive to actually go into the pores of the pavers and the blocks so they lock together real good. So good that it will actually break the block of the paver before it comes apart. And that is a key factor in not causing any injuries and making that block or that bullnose fall off. So if your contractor comes to you and says, hey, I can't finish the project because I can't apply the adhesive, it's raining, the blocks are wet, that's a good contractor, because what we want is a nice dry surface for that glue to adhere both stones to. And the number 1 issue that I'm going to talk to you about today is poor drainage. This is one of the biggest things that I can tell you that you have to look out for. Where there's the grade of the yard has water bringing it down. Where's that water go? How do you get it through? Well, you have to have a pipe or some way to get around that French drain. You can't block the water in. This can lead to bad foundation issues. This can lead to sink spots. This can lead to a wide variety of problems, right? So what you want to do is put a 2% slope on your patio. That way that water sheds off there. It's very slight, very subtle, but at Black Rhino, that's the standard. As you know, we are an outdoor state. So whether you've been here for 5 months or 5 years, we're Colorado. We love the outdoors. And what's better than that than sitting outside on a beautiful patio on a nice warm day? We get over 300 days of sunshine here. So building a patio to extend your outdoor life is going to be great. At Black Rhino Construction, we don't just build patios. We solve problems before they happen. So give us a call.